That's
Oh.
very popular.
Oh, okay. Is it like WhatsApp? You
Yeah.
know what WhatsApp?
Yes, or like Kakao. It's one of the very popular one
Yeah.
in South Korea.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I learned something already, and it's still early in my day. Every day I learn something new.
Oh.
So I have not spoken to you for 2 weeks. Have you had good 2 weeks?
Yeah. Yes, but I'm still listening for. Well, today I've enjoyed a very good but quite confusing day.
Oh,
Well,
how so?
well, this morning
Mhm.
I've just I've just done my homework. I've just received homework from received new words, new English words from others in our English group. But then when I check it on the dictionary, there was so much problems and mistakes with them, and I have to fix it all.
Oh.
Yes, and I did it three times.
Oh. So were they words that had many meanings?
No, someone said only one meanings, but that's not right. Sometimes what is a verb, but someone say noun, and when it is a noun, someone say adjective. So I have to fix it by copying it from the dictionary and fix its meaning, or maybe some spelling problems.
Yeah.
There were many mistakes, and they reported it. Oh, okay. But the main problem that causes all these mistakes, I always know what's that.
Say that again. The main problem was what?
The main problem that causes all of the mistakes, I know that.
Oh, you know why?
Yeah, I know why very clearly. I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
My friends, when they write the new words on the group, they use Google Translate to find them, and sometimes you know that there are many problems with Translate.
Google is not always smart, right?
And then when I find it on Google Translate again, and it looks all right. But when I check it on the dictionary, for example, this morning, I've seen the word. At first, it looks. At first, when I look at it, it looks very normal. But after trying to search, no, after trying to write it on the paper, I feel something strange, and and when I check it in the dictionary, my goodness, there's no words like that. And when I ask my friend, she's getting some problem with speaking. No, sorry, with spelling.
Yeah, that would create a problem, right? Are you looking at it up on an online dictionary?
Yes, an online dictionary, Cambridge dictionary.
So if you misspell online, right? A lot of times it can't make the correction or can't find it. Yeah. I'm curious, what were some of the words?
Oh, okay. I might tell you. Oh, but before that, I have to check my tablets. They're all in my tablet.
Okay.
Okay, just a minute. I'll turn on it. It would take a few seconds. Okay. Where is it? Here. Well, for example, I saw a very confusing word. That word is scopped. Scopped. Do you know that?
I don't.
Okay. I'll try to speak it. I'll try to speak it right anyway. Let's check. Oh, wait for me. I'm trying. Scott. That word.
Can you spell it?
S-C-U-L-P-T.
Oh, sculpt. Got
Sculpt.
it. Yeah, we do say that S, skull, or sorry, that L, skull, sculpt. That's a hard one. It's a hard one to say because we pronounce the last three consonants. Yes, sculpt.
Sculpt. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one to say.
Yeah, but at first, when my friend typed it in the message, she wrote it without the T, and I can't.
Ah.
I took hours and hours to try to find it on Harry. And then I asked her again. When she checked again, there's no with like that, just like me, and she remembered.
Oh yeah, that's frustrating.
She forgot her letter T. Oh my god! I have to check again, and it was right. It was the same meaning as when she explained it.
Yeah.
Oof. I have lots of friends. Oh dear. This morning I spent lots of time for new vocabulary and fixing them.
So are these all friends that are in the English class with you, or just friends that are learning English?
Can you say it again?
Yeah, so the friends that you were talking to today, are they all friends that are also in your English class? Or are they just people that you know that are studying English?
They're friends in my English class. They're my classmates.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're doing some pretty
But
higher level vocabulary, because like the word sculpt is not used every day in conversation, right? It's very unique.
one of the words are like yes. I always have many tips, and this morning to stop fixing. I've sent a small like some ways, some tips to some steps to find the words and send it on the group so everyone would learn.
Oh, so you're the mini teacher. There's the teacher that gets paid, and then there's the student teacher. We call it the TA, teacher assistant.
Oh yes, teachers.
That's you. That's you.
Well, I've sent them on the group. As the first step is to think about any topic. Like for example, I've sent my words on. At first I think it was so hard because sometimes you have many ideas in your head. But then, wait, just choose the main topic, the main idea that you think it's popular or somehow you like it or something like that. And for me, the topic about COVID-19, the pandemic.
Ah, the pandemic.
Yeah.
And did they buy into that? Did they like it?
I'm not sure. Well, because we're all at home and we're not going to school until tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So are you taking English class in person or online?
In person, because now we can go to
Nice.
There's much changing in the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
It's much better.
Pandemic.
Okay.
There you go. Pandemic. Yeah.
Pandemic.
Oh, okay. Pandemic. Pandemic. The dem is the syllable, the strong syllable, the syllable with the accent. Pandemic.
Yeah. Thank you for your help.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot. English. Oh, I know what it was. When you get new vocabulary, is it all is the vocabulary related to each other? For example, if you have the new word sculpt, do you have other words that deal with creativity or art? Or are they just random words?
For some people, they want to choose a topic, but for some people, they just depend on them on their idea, and sometimes there's no connection.
Ah, okay, okay.
Usually, my friends because I can say that I'm the youngest one in the class, and so my elders, they don't have much time because they have too much homeworks and other works to do, for example. So they don't have time to think about the topic. But sometimes but now we're in the summer holiday, and I think they have much free time, so I can text to them every day. And you should think of a topic.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like how you learn another language.
Thank you very much.
Because I think it's because you're using it a lot more. Like here in the United States, if we are, let's say we're studying Spanish. Well, we study Spanish when we go to class, we do some homework, and that's it. But we don't interact with the other students.
Okay, we understand it here. You don't have to explain because here we got the same problem.
Oh, you do? So it's just this? Got it. This is just this class that's so good.
Wow. Our class, we have interactive and we have the teamwork together. But in the normal class, just like primary school, elementary school, or high school, or for the students, for children who are not into English and languages. Yeah. I feel like it is the how to say that, like they feel boring with their work, and so they just do it to make everyone happy with their work.
Yeah. And I always notice with my students, the students that I'm teaching English, if they have a job, because I teach adults, if they have a job where they have to speak some English, they learn their English much faster than the students who only come to school and then go home and speak their native language in the house.
Okay, I know that. So here there's also the same problem. I know that because when you're in class, you're in the lesson, you speak very much, and sometimes everyone feels like you're too talkative.
Yeah.
Then when the lesson stopped, you confessed all of the things that means you don't like that language or that the subject.
Yeah.
And so you use your native language. And
and the children here, the children that are immigrants that go to school, they learn English very quickly. I think most of the children, if they come here when they are preschool, by the time they're in third grade, you can't tell the difference in their English.
Yeah.
And the kids that have lived here all their life. So children are fast. And in school, of course, they have to speak English because we don't offer school in any other languages.
Yes.
A few maybe Spanish, but very few.
Very few. I know that. Yeah. English is the same problem here too. You know that. Yeah. And so here I have lots of tips for myself when sometimes I joined a club. I joined a club where we share lots of tips to learn new languages. And for me, when it comes to English, you have lots of I have lots of tips.
Ah,
At first, you think it would be so hard. There's okay. If I can say something that most, I only say most, not everyone, not every children, most children they have is a phone. I can say that. A
okay.
phone, tablet, or some technology
Yeah.
at least. Yes, or at least more least. I know that at least they'll borrow their parents' phone to text
Mhm.
to take messages to their friends.
Yeah.
And it's just and then that's when English become they're helpful when you're finding new friends. You might think, here we have only Vietnamese people, and I will be okay, but not that. I'm
Yeah.
sure of it. You see friends from foreign countries, and that's
Mm.
when English became helpful. So to practice it and be ready for any of the foreigners that want to take advice from you, for example, by
Yeah.
messages out a little way. When you're then you will find one of your friends or classmates that are very good English, for
Mhm.
example, and teach them by English. When you have some mistakes, they'll fix you,
They'll
and
correct
you
it.
can learn from the way they talk.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good ideas. Very good ideas.
Okay, can I stop for a moment? I want to tie my hand again.
All right.
I want to tie my hair again, sorry. Okay, just a few seconds, I'll be back.
Okay.
And here, I'm here again. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's another tip that you can find it might be sometimes you can think it oh what an unusual thing. I can say that because I know it's a very unusual thing. When I first think about it, oh yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. Everyone will think I'm crazy. But after a few times doing that, I feel feel free when doing it, and no one say to me as a crazy thing.
It's a great right. They get used to it.
Yeah.
They go, oh, this is a good idea. We'll
Yes.
follow.
So this idea is, as you know, quite crazy and unusual.
Well, if it works, use it. Right?
You go ahead.
No, I said if it works, use it.
Yes.
Right? If something is valuable for you or it works for you, use it, even if people think it's crazy.
Well, if there's another thing I can say, most, one more time, once again, only most, not all.
Right.
Most children, they are usually in the town, and you understand what happens with it when you. For some children, they go to foreign countries, and that's how they use English so very good.
Oh, they use it in foreign countries?
Yes, of course. Do
Yeah.
you think that if you don't know Spanish, at least you know English, and you can speak English, and it is very
universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty universal. If you go to the cities, right? I agree with you. If you are out in rural areas, country areas, then you might not be able to use English as much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right.
Yes.
So here in the United States, of course, English, and then second Spanish. Those are the two. Spanish is spoken by many people. So if you know English and Spanish in the United States, you can pretty much talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, there's a different story.
So, hang on to that thought. I just read a lesson with students about the English language. And one of the questions was, do you think someday that English will be the world language? Will it be spoken as the main language in all countries?
Yeah.
And I thought maybe 200 years from now. But Chinese, right? There are more Chinese people.
Yeah, there are more people.
Yeah, and so Chinese might be predominant.
Yeah, predominant.
Anyway, all right, that was my random thought. So go ahead, what were you going to say?
Okay, so for people that you like us, do you sometimes, for example, when you're in the test, you're practicing for a test, you can't be free for going somewhere, as you know that, or sometimes you don't have a car, or the ticket to fly is too expensive.
Did I lose you? No.
Yeah, it's there. And then another, when you, for example, when you don't have or maybe you don't have you can't have a car or something like that, there's a special situations that you can't go somewhere so you can speak to foreigners. That's a very strange thing you can do, I think. So
Yeah.
the next time you watch TV with your friends or family, try to convince them to watch anything about going somewhere. For example, you can watch the tourist reviewing about many places.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and
That's
next,
a way to travel.
yes, another way to travel. And when you come home or you meet someone that can speak English with you, try to trust them. That please speak about this one with me. You can say that if you're with your friends, when you meet someone or you're just making friends with someone, it will be such a great topic to talk about, because it might be your friend or your new friend. If you're making,
you're right.
More about you, and when you ask, not only when you would practice English, but you would improve your knowledge about many topics. So when talking, when it comes to traveling, and you improve yourself to know more about ways and tips to enjoy a trip, for example.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah,
I like to watch like documentaries about different parts of the world.
Yeah. Sometimes if you are for example, when you spend when you have so much free time, that a short video of tourists reviewing about many places, it would be so bored, because it's short, and and the last time you spend it for something, I don't know.
Yeah.
So too bored, and you shortly forget it.
Yeah, and I think a documentary can sometimes be more detailed. About a place. Yeah.
When you watch a documentary, not only that, but you remember longer, since there's always many details make you curious, and it will for example, you saw it in this. You're watching a documentary about someone who keep a tiger in their house. That's just an example. Don't laugh at me.
All right.
Yes. And so if you always remember that he doesn't scare of tiger and instead he waves to it. If you remember it as such a strange and strange detail
Yeah.
and you're curious, you always remember it.
Yeah, and another way that I learn a lot about different cultures is by watching documentaries about food.
Oh, food.
Yes, because
I agree.
food is very unique to the culture it began in. And I think you learn a lot about what things grow in that area, what's important to the people in that culture.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like,
Yeah.
I watched one called High on the Hog, which was a documentary. I think it was a 4-part series about African American food. So basically the food that started when the Africans were slaves in the United States. And they talked about how many of those foods actually and dishes came from Africa, from their home countries.
Yeah.
I just learned tons about Africa.
Yes.
Tons about the life of slaves in the United States. And I got hungry because it all looked so good.
You will always remember those delicious details.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah.
For me, I want to watch a short video talking about a very unusual, I can say it's especially unusual. When you may, I have a little question to start talking about it. What kind of cakes or sweets do you like best?
Cookies.
Yes.
Cookies with chocolate chips.
Oh, yes.
Or ice cream.
I also like ice cream too, but for like in Africa, then the children were usually hungry, and since there were not too much trees that grow in the area, okay, I'll say, well, do you think that there are too much mosquitoes in Africa?
Too many mosquitoes?
Yes, mosquitoes. Sorry.
Yeah, there's lots of mosquitoes.
Yes, and from that on, they made a very unusual kind of cake, which was made of mosquitoes.
Oh my word. Oh my gosh.
And they called it mosquitoes cake.
Mosquito cake.
Yes.
Wow.
When you look at it, somehow it looks just like a chocolate cake or something.
Well, I bet it took a lot of mosquitoes.
Or of meat that has been
They're
burned.
very little. Wow. That's funny. Yeah.
When you eat it, they say, oh dear, I forgot to tell you about the detail of that unusual cake. They say that when you eat it, it has so much nutrition. It has more nutrition, about 7 times more than meat, more than beef. I'm sure.
Really?
Yes, they say that. The scientists check.
So mosquitoes have a lot of nutrition. Is that before they bite people or after they bite people?
Of course, do you know?
Because
I can see both. Because some protein are from the humans or the animals.
Yeah.
Blood, and sometimes it's resources from the proteins resources just from the mosquito. And when you catch it, you receive all of those proteins.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. I don't think I would eat mosquito cake. I don't think so. I'm mad at mosquitoes. But then
Wow.
maybe eating them is justice.
Uh, you can ask me even, wow, I can tell you such a little secret about that mosquito cake.
Uh-huh.
Let me build a story. Well,
Yeah.
make that one to make that unusual kind of sweet. You must use a pot or a pan, for example, something that you can put things inside, and you pour some water inside. Yeah, like you make it stick. You make it when you put a layer of water
Yeah.
on the surface, it will
Mm-hmm.
say that touch on it will stick better. For example, papers, you can say
Yeah.
that. And then you bring it out and wave it everywhere, like everywhere, just like when you're waving hands to your friends, but much
Yeah.
stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there are too much areas that have mosquitoes in Africa. You will easily find lots and lots of mosquitoes. But for a cake, average, you need about 100,000 to 200,000 mosquitoes. And
Wow.
no, it will be so much mosquitoes. Very.
Wow. Oh. No, maybe African mosquitoes are bigger than American mosquitoes.
Maybe
Ours,
I can
ours
say
are
that.
tiny.
Yeah. Oh,
When we were at the lake last week, there were many, many mosquitoes. And some came into our cabin, into the house. And
no.
I have a friend who the mosquitoes really like her.
Oh no,
Yeah.
really?
So there were four people, and the mosquitoes liked her best. They would always go to her. So she was so tired of fighting the mosquitoes that one night she slept in her car.
Oh,
But it was the first night that we had terrible mosquitoes. And then um, after that it was under control.
okay.
And I made a spray that you can use outside around your house and around your campsite. And it was with mint, mouthwash, stale beer, and Epsom salt. And you could spray it to keep the mosquitoes away. The mosquitoes and flies, and it worked. It worked pretty well.
Yeah.
And didn't have chemicals in it, so. But it was a battle. It was a battle with the mosquitoes.
Always a battle when it comes to mosquitoes.
Yeah. Well, Vietnam has a lot of mosquitoes, right?
Yes, maybe because especially when it is the raining season.
Yeah. Yeah. And here in the cities, mosquitoes are less of a problem because they put some kind of chemical in all of the little lakes and ponds, so the mosquitoes, if they lay eggs in that water, the eggs die.
Yes.
So then in the cities, mosquitoes aren't a problem. It's out in the country that mosquitoes are a problem.
Yeah.
Like here, I bet the whole summer I have not been bitten by a mosquito in my gardens.
Really?
Yeah, they're just not there because of that chemical that they put in the water.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not far, like I'm not far from a lake. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's dry here. We haven't had a lot of rain this summer, so that makes a difference too, but it's never a problem here.
Oh dear, you're so lucky here. When I open the door to go to the backyard, mosquitoes were everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it was up at the cabin.
Oh dear, talking about Africa and mosquitoes reminds me of another kind of unfriendly animals. Do you know what's that?
I don't. Like
A mammal. It is mice.
Mice. I know mice.
I hate them. I can say that. I hate them. But
I know mice.
I don't think Africa people hate them because they catch mice and make some grill them to eat.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Here in the South, not in Minnesota, but in the South, there is a kind of rat.
Oh, rat.
Yeah, so it's much bigger than a mouse.
Yeah,
and it is served in restaurants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm trying to think the name of it. I'd have to look up the name, but it's a rat. It's a kind of rat.
A kind of rat. I hate rats.
Yeah. And they kind of live in swamps. They live near water. But yeah, there's some chefs that have figured out how to make it taste good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can eat that because of your culture, you think, ugh, but you can eat it.
I know that. Sometimes because the culture is different, so that would be an all surprise.
And how hungry you are. Animals like raccoons. Do you know raccoons? Badgers. That's all eaten. Now today, no, because there's other alternatives. But once upon a time, people ate those. Native Americans ate all kinds of mammals. It was a way to survive. Yeah. Turtles.
Oh, turtles? Really? Are you kidding me? Turtles?
Well, you could get some pretty big. When I was a child, we could catch a turtle that was about maybe this big, and butcher it and eat it. And it was not unusual. It was not, the flavor was not unusual.
Oh, okay. I've heard about turtle eggs, not turtle.
Not eating whole turtle.
When I know that you do eat turtles.
Yeah. Many things we can, and plants is another thing, right? There are just thousands of plants that we can eat if we knew which ones, right? But if you're out in the wild, there's lots of things you can eat.
Oh dear. So
let's see. Do you know where you're going to go to school? Did you get in a school?
I know that, but it will be quite a hard name to say.
Why is that? Wasn't your favorite?
No, we don't choose any favorite because we don't have time for favorites. Yes. So it is the nearest school to my area, and that if mom agree, if my parents agree, I can walk there.
Oh. So does that mean you'll come home for lunch at noon?
No, it will be a day boarding school.
It will be. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I have to find a day boarding school, even if I can't learn with my friends after a long time. But I need a day boarding school since mom and dad are not able to pick me up every day.
Yeah. Well, I bet you'll make new friends.
Yeah. Oh, I have some of my old friends back. I hope so.
Oh, even better. Yeah, cool. I always think middle school is a time of change.
Oh,
New school, new friends, new classes, new teachers.
New friends, new teachers, and new ways of learning.
Yeah, new ways of learning. Yeah. I'm sure it will continue to be good for you, a good experience for you.
Yes.
And what's up for this week? What are you going to do this week? Anything special, fun?
Special? Yeah. I'm, let's see, what am I up to?
Are you looking forward to anything this week?
Okay, then I check my calendar.
Uh-huh.
I should have archived something. Let's see, where's my calendar? Okay, here. Well, next week I won't have any new well, oh, not at all, I don't think so. But not like yes. Oh. And here, well, let's see. It's a plan that I'm gonna not next week, but it'll be like about 2 or 3 weeks next.
Oh,
Maybe. Yes, because next week everything will be normal. I'm looking forward to finish my all my homework and being happy, just that. But for about a few weeks, I think so. I'm not sure. Next time I should check my calendar. I think will be I think I'll check to see if I'll learn with any of my old friends when we're in new school, and which is my class. I'll check.
ah, nice.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's exciting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to have lunch with a friend this week who I have not seen since before COVID. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, I have to tell you, last Thursday is my friend's birthday.
Ah, did she celebrate with her with you guys, with friends, or did she just celebrate with her family?
Okay, just a minute. I want to delay something. That's not a girl, but a boy.
A boy.
And me.
So he.
Yes, he. But he didn't celebrate. Instead, on Friday when we usually go to class and have lessons, he was out for traveling somewhere to celebrate his birthday instead.
Oh boy, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds like fun to get to go someplace for your birthday. Yeah, let me see. Am I doing it? Oh, Friday night, I'm going to a friend that lives out of town.
Oh, out of town?
Yeah, it's just like 2.5 hours from here, but we'll spend the night at her house.
Wow.
And, we're going to help her cut down some trees.
Oh.
And I'm guessing we maybe will go to a Mexican restaurant.
Mexican restaurant, really?
Yeah, they have a good Mexican restaurant in town.
Performance there, I'll be happy.
Say that again?
Next time calling, please tell me about your performance in a Mexican restaurant.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you if we get to go. I'll tell you what we ate. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd
So
like
let's see.
taste and lots of other details. I think.
And today we're going bike riding.
Oh,
So that'll be a good time too, I think. It's not too hot yet. We'll go this morning.
not hot. Really?
Yeah, so it's not very hot here. It's like 64 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
See what that is.
so lucky here. You're so lucky there. Yeah, all there. Outside, just like I'm walking in the volcano.
It's that bad, huh?
Very bad. Especially bad. Oh, except.
So that's under 18 Celsius here.
Oh,
It's 17.7.
sure.
Nice weather. Nice weather. But it will warm up. It will get hotter today. I think it's by late afternoon, it should be closer to 90. So it's going to get hot, but it's not as bad as Vietnam. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope it would be cool again for a few days because it's going to be autumn.
It's going to be what? Ulta?
It's gonna be autumn. You know?
Ah. Well, have a good week. Keep learning those new words.
Learning new words and tips for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. And keep assisting the teacher.
Oh.
All right. We will
Okay.
see you next week.
I'll
Yes.
see you too. So enjoy a great week.
You
and stay
too.
healthy.
You too.
Yes. Have a good week. Yeah.
Thank you. You too, Ms. Han. Enjoy the week.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yes. Bye.
See you next week.
Yes. See you with.
No.
Yeah. Bye.